What's up, guys? Back for another episode of Barbells and Banter. Before we get stuck into it, hit the subscribe button, support the mission. More people, the merrier. Send it out, like, share, and follow. Today's episode, Ben and I hijacked it, spoke about our own training as we move into phases of fat loss, spoke about some strategies to implement that have been working for us, how to get your protein in, maybe how to pivot when you're at a busy schedule and you've got goals and you need to stick to a diet. Sometimes perfect isn't always the best way to play because it doesn't suit, in the field. We also talked about training, warm-ups, and a bunch of other stuff along the way. Like I said, support the mission, hit the subscribe button. It does a lot to help us get out the message to more people just like yourself. Other than that, enjoy the episode and we'll see you next time. Yeah, we're kind of at the point now where we'll ask this weekend if they don't have any details. We're just going to book our own holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which means we'll be going to Greece.
Nice.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Do 3 islands, 14 days, but we'll have time either side to...
Some party, some chill, or all chill?
Well, my wife and I don't mind a bit of a party together. We went out on the weekend. We went out on Wednesday night. It's just the two of us to a concert. It's all like a DJ gig.
Random.
Yeah, it was
good?
great. Oh, bro.
Yeah.
It was so good. I don't know if you follow... who Fred again is.
I don't.
Yeah, so he is a very interesting, I wouldn't even call it a genre of music because it goes across multiple genres.
Right.
So you can do slow, melodic, piano, sing-along type shit.
Yeah.
And then he has the soundboard, 145 beats per minute, drum and bass, and you just, the lights and...
Yeah.
So it's a real, it's appeasing across multiple groups of people.
Yeah.
So the concert was amazing. It was unfortunate that I got put next to this group of young girls.
Oh no.
Yeah, because they were a little bit lit, and it was fine. They were probably early 20s. Steph's like, "Oh, fucking lucky you," and I was in my head, I was like, "No, not lucky me." I was like, I don't give a fuck.
I hated it.
What they look like.
Yeah.
Stop talking. Stop yelling.
Yeah.
Stop doing dumb shit.
Yeah. Your children.
One of them just looked at me and said, she was like, "I apologize in advance." I'm like, "Why you gotta do that for?
Yeah.
Why you gotta act like a fuckhead?
Yeah.
Just act like a normal person and don't apologize." But it was fine. It was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, the concert was sick. Performance. It's a performance.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was real good.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got there's not many artists that just put out song after song.
Mm.
The concert was banger after one after the other the whole time.
Yeah.
You were just I've heard the song. I've heard the song. This song's mad.
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, it was real fun.
Yeah.
Very immersive performance too.
Where was it?
Rod Laver.
Okay, so it
does really well for it. Yeah, it goes all right for a performance.
How was the sound?
Amazing.
Interesting.
Yeah, it goes hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, even when I did Eric Prydz.
Yeah.
Amazing. That was the best concert I've been to in Melbourne. The best performance.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one was good though. But he had a stage in the middle too.
Yeah.
So he'd do the stage and then they his security guards would bring him into the middle.
Yeah.
And he had this it was wicked.
That's cool.
Yeah, had his little drum machine thing and
yeah.
Very talented human. He could play the drums, he could play the piano.
Yeah.
And then he's got a
Some
soundboard.
people just have it with music, man.
You can't teach that.
Nah.
Even I was how does this song? Because he's he got big. He made this song called Delilah.
Yeah.
And it just blew up on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And even the way you would make that, no one can teach you how to make it if it makes sense. Because he uses sound bites, and they're videos, and they're people talking.
Yeah.
And so when he presses the buttons, they're pieces of the sound bite, but they also play a video on the screen. Whoa. So every time he hits the button, it replays, and so he's hitting it, and then it goes into a beat. It's you can't teach that.
Yeah.
And even you could see he was doing it, because some people you don't know if they're playing it or not.
Yeah.
He was doing it.
Fuck.
And the performance was different to the night before.
Yeah.
And the night before. And he was just we've made some shit up for tonight. He's we don't know if it's going to work or not. And he's
that's sick.
Yeah, it was cool. And he goes, do you guys want to...
At an arena to do that, it's so gangster.
Yeah. He was do you guys want to do a song that we haven't completed yet? And we're just fuck yeah.
That's mad.
He's I don't know if this is legal or not, but he's do you all consent to being in my song? And we're just yeah. So then he sound bit us singing a part of the song, and then he just looped that into the song. It was pretty cool. I was
it's wild.
you probably do that everywhere you go. But I was like, as a person sitting there, you know, watching, I was like, it was so much fun.
It felt organic.
Yeah, because we were all like, I was fucking singing. Like, I don't sing. Like, I don't sit there and sing and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good, man.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. And like, I don't know if you have the same thing, but like, when Steph has fun, I have so much fun.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if like, it's not really for me.
Yeah.
Like the day, because I bought the tickets for her. Because I could have come and gone. Like if I didn't get the tickets, I would have been okay.
Yeah.
But I knew she really wanted to go.
Yeah.
So it's like her, like this person, there's only a few people where she would die to see them.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, your boy's going to get the job done.
Yeah.
He's going to get these tickets.
Yeah.
And she had a great time.
Awesome.
She was talking the whole time and she was like, this is this song. And I was like, she just wouldn't shut up. And I'm like, you're fucking excited. Like, yeah.
That's
so,
good.
Yeah. So that made it awesome.
Yeah.
And then, it was just the two of us, man.
Yeah. Sick.
Yeah. So, when we go on our holiday, like we'll probably do a little bit of partying.
Yeah.
Your boy doesn't mind it, you know? 36.
You're hilarious.
Peter Pan. Don't mind it. Don't mind a bit of a party.
Yeah. It's cool to watch anyone do anything that they're amazing at.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what genre, what field, what anything. Just like watching someone who's
putting the effort in, man.
Incredible at what they do. Like even what's his fucking name? The archery dude that's on Rogan all the time. He's mates with him.
Can't. Yeah.
Yeah. Like watching him set up his bow and shit.
Yeah.
Like I just watched a clip of it. I'm like, I could watch this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just the level of expertise and stuff that it's just like you said, it's like it's not teachable. It's only learnt.
Yeah.
And it's learnt through just absolute meticulous obsession.
Yeah. Yeah. I love
awesome.
that level and then like that impromptu level too.
Yeah.
Because like you could just see it wasn't like it was like obviously they because he plays with his, I think it was his brother or his friend. Like I know he says his brother and I'm like, are you his brothers or are you just like you're my brother? Like you're my brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so they play together. So obviously they've got a plan on how the show's going to go.
Yeah.
But it's not like
not
very
concrete.
strict.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I like that it's not the same and it's not choreographed and just shows another level of, proficiency at your craft,
Yeah. There's a, this will sound really lame. Just made that Gold Coast joke in my head, but we won't do it on the podcast.
Absolutely not.
It's, there's a Ed Sheeran performance on YouTube. There's just him and a pedal.
Yeah.
So he loops everything himself. So he drums on the guitar, loops the riff or whatever, then loops a vocal, and then just turns it into this feels like there's a whole band on stage. It's like, what the fuck, man? How can you
so talented.
Hear all of those things at the same time? And then, he did a few off the cuff things where he'd rap verses that were normally harmonies and shit like that. He's like, man, you just have a different...
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
A different button.
Super, super fun. Even out on a school night, still all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, got home midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulled up, right?
I had a very terrible leg workout the next day. But I had some CBD oil because I was like, I'll just, because I was jacked up. Of course. I tried not to film too much, but I filmed the good parts. Yeah. And we were watching them again and I was like, oh, it's fucking sick, Yeah. And so I was like, I'm going to go to bed. I'm so stimulated right now. So, I had a bit of CBD and then the dogs had a punch on in the middle of the night for real estate.
Yep.
Just,
as they
a
do.
normal occasion, yeah. And then I woke up like, fuck, what the fuck is going on? And then that just fucked me.
Yeah.
Because the broken sleep with less sleep.
On top, yeah.
Yeah. And then as soon as I went to the gym, when you do, when you try and caffeinate yourself out of tiredness to train.
Are you just tired faster?
Well, but you do the first set and you just know you don't have it. And then all you are is anxiously, anxiously weak.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I put one plate on the pendulum squat because the first two exercises of my leg day are pretty straightforward. It's we got to actually my adductors feel less gender discriminated now in the gym because we have our own adductor machine. So previously at the gym that I go to, you had to identify as a female to go and use one. So males didn't have adductors at Platinum. So now I have a adductor warm up.
Look out.
Yeah. And then I do my leg curls
to
warm up for my squats.
Yeah.
But yeah, I put like 25 kilos on that pendulum squat as a like easy warm up, and I was like, oh no,
Not today, sir.
yeah, it's like this. It was like easy, but not like it was a 6 out of 10 instead of a 3.
Yeah.
And then I put another 20 on, and I was like, oh fuck, this is heavy. It's like I'm supposed to have like another 20 and a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm in trouble today.
yeah, it didn't.
Yeah. After
Didn't
the
have
session.
Didn't have it. But then like these 3 dudes were looking at me, and like during one of my sets, and I was like, fuck it, I'm sending
We've
this.
got to go.
So yeah, like I was
gotta
supposed to do 8, and I did 12 reps.
Yeah. And I bet they were sitting there like, oh, he really got that extra 4, didn't he?
Yeah.
They didn't give a fuck.
Nah. I could see him just like, I'll fucking show you guys how to train. Just trying to create enemies with anyone so that I could get a little bit out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So it was rough. It was a rough day.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So I'm 3 weeks into 4 days a week.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
back.
Yeah. Looking full.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks,
Looking
sir.
fuller.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah.
And
There was a moment there where I thought you were going to start yoga or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I felt it.
It's like I've lost him. What are we going to talk about? There's no common ground at all.
I'm a bodybuilder now. I was a fighter for like 3 weeks. Now I'm a bodybuilder.
That's it. This is now a bodybuilding podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird though. Like
Bodybuilders and banter.
the psychology of approaching a physique workout is so different
Yeah.
than a strength session. Like,
Yeah. Just get pumped.
yeah, it's being okay with, because I'm training first thing in the morning and the goal is just go.
Yeah.
Some of those early sets, sometimes the whole workout is just trash, but it's like I don't need to.
Yeah. It's like the sum of everything will be okay. Make it be okay.
Correct. Yeah.
It's
I
not
don't
like
have to
an
feel
isolated
like
session is going to make or break you.
Yeah.
I think that's the best part of bodybuilding. Because if you go to the gym, like say, we'll use Jess as an example because she's in there. We have to say her name. And she's in prep. Like, if she doesn't lift the weight,
Yeah.
that session's a failure.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, even regardless of whether you try and coach her out of it and say that it's not. It's like she's walking out of the gym like, it was shit.
It sucked. Yeah.
Yeah, where like yesterday, I had a shit workout, but it doesn't mean my objective
Doesn't affect the
towards
objective.
me moving towards the goal, it hasn't affected it that much.
Yeah.
So I can still show up tomorrow, and I had 3 good workouts before that, and it's like it's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's like a real awesome like sum of everything way of thinking about it.
Even being able to ease into my sessions.
Yeah.
One thing I will change after this week was I found just like the first exercise in the program's the best one.
The most important.
It's like it's the chin ups, it's the fucking heavy machine press, it's the split squats, and I'm still like warming up.
Yeah, because you're old.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to talk about warming up today. What a segue.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I think there's a couple of like, and because I'm almost pushing time at the moment, I don't really want to be rolling on the floor and shit as my warm up right now. So I'm like, maybe I'll just pick a exercise that's a weakness. So I'm thinking I'm just going to do like reverse flies. With a full like rhomboid contraction, not just rear delt.
Yeah.
So actually pull the shoulder blades together.
Yeah.
And do that as my warm up because that'll be good for chest, it'll be good for back, it'll be good for like the shoulder day as well.
Yeah.
So maybe something else on legs. I don't know.
I've been doing behind the neck pull downs.
Yeah, you said.
Oh man,
feeling good.
Yeah. It's like all my shoulder ailments are going away.
It's so interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I would assume it would make them worse, but it's cool.
Yeah, but I think it's so I stretch my lats and pecs first.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, if I'm like this,
yeah,
and I'm pulling like this, they're kind of stupid, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and then on the pull down at Platinum's mad because the seat's real long.
Yep.
And
you can get it. Yeah.
The overhead, the actual cable, like it comes out so far.
Yeah.
Like where most of them only come out, like so you're still already pulling.
Yeah.
You know. So then you can kind of sit the other way and pull.
Yep.
So you can get yourself like into a really good position.
Yeah.
And I always do a little bit of like an isometric.
Yeah.
Kind of get elbows down towards the hips, and then I like go over and do a couple of overhead behind the neck presses.
Yep.
Mate.
Yeah.
It's working a treat. Yeah. Honestly.
The one I had was the rear flyers and then the foam roller wall press.
Yeah.
Like up the.
Yeah.
It felt pretty nice too, but I might try the behind the head. See how we go.
Yeah, it's working a treat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon I might put those in rather than just like a pump movement and then go straight in.
Yeah.
I mean, like you do your movement routine,
Yeah.
but then I think I might put those in just before I start
The
ramping
lifting, yeah.
sets up.
Yeah, I usually do like a 5-minute walk.
Yeah.
Kind of gets particularly my thoracic moving, cat camel, thread the needle. And I think a couple of sets of something before I go into the main exercise.
Yeah. So you just summarize the whole podcast in like 30 seconds.
Sorry, bro.
Dog. Nah.
Just telling my stories
Go,
for
mate.
the week.
Yeah, we'll go into detail.
We'll circle back to that.
Yeah,
I want to tell you about my food. You're going to be so proud of me.
Yeah, me too. You're going to be proud of me as well.
250 grams of protein a day this week.
250?
Yeah.
How do you get 250 in? Like, what's your protein sources?
I have 40 grams of whey on my cereal for pre-training.
Yeah.
I have 200 grams of Chobani post-training with berries and stuff.
200 grams of Chobani would get you what? Like
about 20.
20, yeah?
Yeah. So that's 60.
It's like 150 is a serve and you get 15, right?
Yeah.
Have you tried the vanilla one?
Yeah. The way I have it, I don't like it. I like it by itself, but I have blueberries and chocolate in mine.
Yeah, because I mix vanilla protein in with it.
Ooh.
It's very nice.
Yeah, I bet. It sounds desserty.
I have I'm a basic bitch at the moment. I'm having
overnight oats.
Weet-Bix.
Oof.
Weet-Bix digest quicker. It's
With
my
M&Ms.
pre-workout. We're doing raspberries.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, raspberries are very, very nice texture. Raspberry.
Listening to
it's like mini bursts of the little bubbles.
Yeah,
I
like
love
popping
it.
candy.
I love it. Yeah.
I was listening to Rhonda Patrick yesterday. She was like, "Blueberries are the goat, and raspberries are second."
Yeah,
Just for
I
like
can.
health and
Oh,
brain
really?
performance and shit too.
They're my favorite berries. I don't mind a good blackberry if it's ripe.
Yeah,
and it's sweet.
We got some in our backyard
because of
and
the
we
bubble.
Keep picking them. We're like, bleh.
Yeah, I just like
So
the little circles, little bursts in your mouth. I love it.
The texture.
Such a nice feeling.
So then I have my song bowl, which is 200 grams of lean mince.
Yeah.
Then I have
That'll be a significant amount of your fats for the day, I assume.
I get the leaner one.
Yeah, so it's like 10%.
It's probably most of mine.
So but even at 10%, if you have 200 grams, like you're getting, however many grams of fat.
Yeah, I think it's like my only fat for the day almost. Yeah,
you're not
I only
searching
have like
for
48
fat
grams
sources.
of fat.
Yeah, me too.
So
yeah, I don't search for fat sources. I have an avocado. That's it.
Yeah. So then I'm having chicken mince with vegetables, which I've actually, because my fats were so low, I've started putting a little bit of olive oil on because it's a bit dry and shit.
Yeah, olive oil after you cook your meat and rice is actually really yum.
Yeah,
even a little bit of avocado or macadamia nut oil.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm about it. So that's like 200 grams chicken mince.
Yeah, so when you get your 200 gram serves of meat, so you're having two 200 gram meat servings a day.
3.
Oh, that's where you're getting the 250 in. Yeah.
Then I have another.
Yep.
More. Yeah, it's 3 meat. So then I have
600 grams of meat a day.
Yeah, so I'm having dinner's probably 220. So we have like 2 chicken breasts that are crumbed.
Yeah.
Amy has 3/4, 2/3 of one, and I have one and whatever's left. So it's a bunch. And then I have a smoothie a day that's also a scoop of whey with berries.
Yeah.
And then I have my 1 caramel koala and my paddle pop.
Yeah, I've got to get some paddle pops. So, Annie, if you're listening, I haven't followed the meal plan 100% this week.
But that's the best bit.
Yeah. I'm right.
It's not a fucking maxi
I
one.
can give or take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not much of a sweet person. As much as I eat all those cross buns, like I'm not sweet nor savory. I'm just a food man.
Yeah, okay.
I just like food.
Yeah.
You know what I really like when I go into a diet? Peanut butter. It's like the one thing you can't have.
Yeah.
Like all the meals, I'm like, this would be great with peanut butter.
I thought that about the chicken. Like the plain fucking.
So good.
Yeah. I was thinking about like this would be really nice with a satay or peanut butter on it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think I'm missing a meat meal because I have a double scoop. So I have 50 grams of whey in my Chobani yogurt.
Fuck.
Yeah, bro. So we're getting 60 grams pre-workout.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like fucking 12 kilos heavier than you. So
yeah.
Kind of need a little bit more.
Extra, yeah.
Just a tiny bit. 2 Weet-Bix.
Yep.
And then raspberries on top, but I make it in advance. So it moistens over the night.
Like a pudding.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, today I didn't. I just mixed it in. So I'll
Just
do...
ate it like a boy.
Yeah, I'll do the four that are made perfectly, and then there's like not enough. Like, you know how it's stuck to the container?
Yeah.
So there's still 5 serves in there.
Yeah,
But the 5th one, some of it gets in, stays inside the container.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just like grabbed 2 Wheat Bix this morning, just crushed them. Like shit was going everywhere. Threw the fucking berries in there, mashing it around. I was like, fuck it, I'm just eating it like this. And I was like, this tastes pretty good.
Still works.
It's the same, right?
Yeah, it all goes in the same.
Yeah. I just don't get to do my like obsessive, like eat it from one side to the other.
Perfectly.
Yeah, because you know how, it's like the base. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was like, eat it from one side to the other. It was a fucking mess this morning.
Stir it up, get it in there.
It's like, just don't look at it, Jason. Just close your eyes before you scoop it. So then I do workout cream of rice.
Yep.
Post-workout, fast
With more
digesting. 2 scoops.
Yeah.
So I'm a 4 scooper.
So much whey.
I'm a 4 scooper.
Does that worry you? I always feel bad when I have
Worry you?
I feel bad when I have 2 scoops of whey a day.
Why?
It's just like I'm having too much.
So eating 400 grams of fucking chicken's okay?
I don't know. It's like, but if
How's it any different?
So I'm having the chicken at the moment because I know if I eat the chicken, I'll have vegetables with it.
Yeah, that's not the time. I eat protein fruit, like protein, carb, and fruit.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, it's like
I get it.
They're the fruit and carb meals.
It's just a weird thing that I have that I'm like, I don't want to have that many scoops of whey.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll end up intolerant or something.
So my normal serve of whey is 50 grams.
Yeah.
Like I have to.
And you do that twice?
Yeah. So I have 100 grams
of whey a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like.
And you've done that forever? Like no gut issues,
Nah.
Doesn't bother you?
No, so you know, like your 2 scoops is my 4 scoops though. You understand what I'm saying? Because I always have 50 grams.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, so
but
to me, I'm having 2 serves.
The exposure is my main concern of just like...
No. I'm good, bro.
You got getting... Yeah, too much.
No, this boy's good. Too much.
Yeah.
There's a song. Yeah, don't worry. It's a song called Too Much. I'll send it to you.
Because the chicken isn't that enjoyable of a meal, but I have it.
But I don't understand where people like, you can only eat... You can't have 4 scoops of whey.
Well,
you can eat 400 grams of cooked chicken over 2 meals.
The prevalence of overexposure to whey protein causing gut upset what if you had shit.
Yeah, but what if you
get that from chicken too? I get it, but it's more. It'd be way more prevalent for people that have too much whey shit themselves than people have too much chicken and shit themselves.
I understand that. So
there's more people on Earth that if they had 100 grams of whey would just be like, I'm a mess.
How much whey do you have a day, Tam? How many scoops? 2.
2 scoops.
See?
Yeah.
So you have 2 scoops in a day?
How many grams? So 60 grams?
30 grams?
60 total. Yeah.
So that's his serve.
So I'm having 50 total a day.
But his normal serve is a scoop. My normal serve is 2 scoops.
No, but it's not like that.
It is. So I have 2 serves a day.
I get it.
Yeah. So anyway, back to not being judged for my food.
I wasn't judging you. I have an irrational fear of having too much whey.
Okay.
And shitting myself.
Okay, Greg.
As you were.
So yeah,
I'm gonna try it next week if I mess myself up.
No, but I think I need to do the extra meat meal as well.
Oh,
yeah. So then I have chicken and rice, of course.
Yeah.
A little bit of avocado.
Yeah.
Bodybuilder bro.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a bit of a lull, because it's dinner time. Because I feel like that meal, the chicken and rice meal, and then if I eat in between that and dinner, dinner has to get pushed later.
Yeah, I'm struggling with that myself.
So I'm in a conundrum. Yeah. And then when I eat dinner, because we eat a different dinner every night. We're not kind of that rigid like you guys are.
Yeah.
And because my wife needs the variety.
Yeah. It's not on purpose.
I could literally eat the same meal that I had for lunch for dinner.
I love the word rigid to replace laziness. It's great.
rigid was a nice way of putting it. Yeah.
Unadventurous, boring.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Steph's out for dinner tonight. I'm like, I'm eating chicken and rice. So yeah, now and then after dinner, I can't be fucked making a meal.
Yeah, I understand.
And then, but the problem lies with I've already had So I still think about it. I've already had 4 scoops away for the day.
Yeah.
2 serves.
Yeah.
So, and I've already had like the basic bitch meals.
Yeah,
like
don't push it too far.
I've already had, I can't have another bowl of cereal. Well, I can.
Yeah.
Like, we are the rules, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like I shouldn't.
Yeah.
So now I'm like missing, there's about 50 grams of protein for my day.
Yeah.
And 40 grams of carbs missing. So I was like, oh, why don't I just have a Nutri-Grain? But then I'm like, it's still a real simple meal. Like I feel like I should be eating another meal of meat, rice and veg.
Yeah.
And then having dinner and being done with my day. And then having like the paddle pop if I needed to. Because that's what it's in the meal plan for. But I've been having Zupa Dupas instead.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm still perfecting mine. And the extra meal a day is a challenge. So it's technically 2 meals. So the cereal's new and the smoothie is different. So I usually would have like 100, even sometimes more, grams of pasta for lunch.
Yeah.
And about 100 again rice for dinner. I've halved that.
Yeah.
To then have cereal pre-training and be able to have more fruit throughout the day.
Yeah.
So the first night I sent you the picture of like not a Maxibon, and it was my chicken and rice, like the chicken mince and vegetables, like the shittest meal of the whole day. And I had it for like dessert, and I was like, it's not it.
It's fucking sad.
I can't this is the saddest meal of the day. I'm not having it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I had to move it, and then like last night I think it was, because I was busy, I was on calls and shit. I actually missed the meal.
Yeah.
So I had fuck bro, it would have been 450 grams of chicken last night in one meal.
Oh, yum.
I just put that meal into my chicken and rice meal and just I pulled the serve of vegetables that I'd usually add out, but just sat down.
Something's got to give. That's the
veggies. Just bowl of food, bro.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna do a brekkie burrito.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna eat the Wheat Bix at night. But the only fear I have is that the brekkie burrito is not going to digest fast enough to train.
Yeah.
But the pushback with the brekkie burrito outside of that time frame is that I have to make it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to make it at 8:30 at night.
Yeah.
Like I can.
Yeah.
Maybe,
but it's more friction.
Maybe I can get Steph to make it. Because I'm playing video games.
Yeah.
It's my time.
It's my moment.
Yeah. And I can't pause it because it's online gaming. You know
Correct.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
put an order in.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could get every night that I'm pushing. You know what I mean? There's a few times where she'd bring me like a big bowl of eggs or something, and I'm just like shoveling it in while I'm playing. But I think I'm pushing it now. Yeah. Because she's like, I actually have work to do, bro.
Yeah. You are not my main priority right now.
Yeah. This shit needs to get done. You're just fucking playing video games.
Yeah. I've moved my smoothie to dessert now.
It's a good idea.
So I was it was nice to have that during the day because it was easy.
Yeah.
You don't have to stop.
Yeah.
But I put frozen bananas in it and it turns to almost like ice cream.
Yeah. Maybe I should get one of those Ninja Creams.
Maybe.
Because then you can just, like, you don't have to put, like, if you don't want to have too much milk, like, you could put another liquid, right?
Yeah.
So you put, like, almond milk or something.
Yeah, I'm sure there's recipes around it.
Yeah. And then you could just put other things to make it delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. The pushback is, like, I want to pay $300.
Yeah. I still haven't looked it up on the...
Yeah, which makes no sense for me. Like,
I have a $2,000 blender.
I don't understand. Yeah. I just don't understand why it's $300.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's convenient. It works good.
Yeah, I know. It sounds weird for me to say
It's going to do that job better than any other appliance could do that job.
Yeah. And I guess the way I should think about it is it's like $10 to $14 for like shit protein-based ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah, a hella top of shit.
You know what I think it is? I need someone I need to taste one of them.
Yeah.
And
you need a full demo. Like when they bring the Thermomix around.
I need to taste the recipes to know that it's worth getting.
Yeah.
Because then I'll do it.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. And then like another appliance in the house, like I have everything.
Yeah.
Outside of a Thermomix, which is why I have multiple things.
Yeah.
Well, if you had one
theoretically, we shouldn't have everything.
Do it all,
we
right?
just have that. Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. So that's the pushback.
I have to suss out the ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah, I think surely Kmart have they usually have like a cheaper version of everything, and it's like because that'll usually be like $30, and then if you know that you like it, then you just buy the good one.
When it breaks, it doesn't matter.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or you just see if you like it, and if you do, just I don't know, give it to someone.
Till it fucks.
Yeah, or give it to somebody and get the good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Just use it till it breaks.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do that. I haven't even checked if Kmart have one.
I'm buying the cheap one that I don't know if it exists or not.
Yeah. But I was. It's funny you say the All right, quick break in the episode, guys. Just wanted to talk about coaching. So we at STCfit are committed to taking your body composition, training, performance, your health and well-being all to the next level. Our experienced team of coaches are ready to help you get the most out of yourself. You don't just have to be a powerlifter or a bodybuilder or an athlete. You just need to be somebody who knows that you have a lot of potential and want to reach it. And you can join the team by heading to the website, submitting a coaching inquiry form, and one of our coaches will get in touch with you. All right, let's get back to the episode. It's funny you have the way like debate in your own mind.
Yeah, the aversion.
Yeah, because I was talking to one of my boys yesterday, and the biggest friction we have at the moment, or the biggest obstacle we have, is getting the food in.
Yeah.
And like this particular person, like, is just that body type where, like, you know, you have a bad weekend, the weight goes down.
Yeah.
So holding the body weight and increasing the body weight is really hard. Mm-hmm. And I was like, dude, like, we can't break through this new weight plateau because we're not getting that constant exposure of
food,
calories and protein to maintain the body weight. And like, so we need to be a bit more frequent. And, you know, he's a coach and busy, you know, doing PT and stuff like that. And he's like, how did you do it when you were real busy?
Yeah.
And I was like, I brought 2 smoothies to work.
Yeah.
But I would have had a shake post-workout as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you've, you know, what I was trying to say to him is like, there's no rules to get the food in.
Even that aversion thing, like we talk about all the fucking time, that the shake that we used to make. It was like, I would have 60 grams of whey in that shake alone, and then I'd probably have 40 or so in my oats.
Yeah.
On top of that.
Yeah.
And then, if there was a smoothie to go to work, like,
Yeah. I was telling him, I was like, we just did what we needed to get calories in.
Yeah. And also really poor, so it was
it was cheap
very
too.
Useful,
Yeah, like bananas, ice cream, milk. Yeah. Like, you don't need to put that much whey in it after that, you know, because it had a fair bit of protein in it.
Yeah. And frozen mango wasn't $12 back then.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, like, it's even the egg thing. Like, you can't have more than 2. It's like, who fucking says who?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I was trying to say to him. Like, you know, in this circumstance, like, surely, you know, ideal circumstances.
Yeah.
You would have.
Yeah, perfect.
3 meat, starch, and veg meals.
Yeah.
And maybe you would have a couple of dairy and fruit meals, you know, because that would be your yogurt and your fruit, and that would be more conducive, I guess, with your palate to morning and night, and then everything in between that is more savory.
Yeah.
Because that's typically how the Western diet works, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, it doesn't work for people who are busy and on the go.
Yeah.
I said, we just need to make it work for you.
Yeah.
So I said, if that's, you know, getting 2 different smoothie recipes all the same and just pouring it into 2 shakers, do your 2 hours of PT, go get a smoothie, bring it out on the gym floor, just make sure it's in something that looks presentable, drink it. Your clients aren't going to care. They don't know what's in it.
Definitely not.
If anything, they like the fact that you're committed to the cause, no different to them being at work, and you're like, well, what can you do to make it work, you know?
Lean into the discomfort.
Yeah, and lead by example too.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, that's where you just got to make it work. I was telling him stories of, like, so when I was at uni, I used to bring a bag of rice cakes, a big ass can of the cheapest, poorest tuna you could buy.
Yeah.
It was fucking sad. It was the next cheapest one because it had the pool can.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to bring a can opener.
Yeah.
So it was the second cheapest version. And then I used to bring the home brand mayonnaise.
Yep.
And a salt and pepper shaker.
Yeah.
And I put that in my bag. So in between the double lectures, because they went for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So we used to have a back-to-back. I used to leave the room, go into a hallway that was empty, and I used to open up because it smelled. It was fucked.
Of course.
Yeah. So I used to go to an empty hallway, walk fucking as far away from the room as possible, and I used to make these, like, sandwiches with the rice cakes. I used to shovel them in because I had to try and get the whole can in and, like, half the rice cakes in, like, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then, like, my lecturer one day, he pulled me aside and he's like, are you all good? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you always leave the room mid-session? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, are you diabetic or something? And, like, you need to take your medication? I said to him, I go, no, I'm just a meathead trying to get big. And I said, I just need to eat. And then so from that point onwards, when there was, like, sometimes he'd give us a bigger break, and he used to go, oh, do you want to go and eat? Like he'd point
That's
at
the
me.
best.
He'd point at me in front of like 50 people.
Yeah,
and I'm like, fuck, bro, don't treat me any different than anyone else.
But it's kind of cool.
But yeah, it was
like,
cool.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like, I was just trying to explain like the extremes that you need to go to. This is for bodybuilding.
Yeah.
It's like this particular person wants to be not competitive bodybuilder or anything, but he wants to make his physique bigger. So it's bodybuilding, right?
Yeah.
And I was just trying to explain like it's just very immersive into your life.
Yeah.
Like it does throw a net over everything.
Yeah.
And you've got to still live by the rules of bodybuilding within your lifestyle.
Agreed.
To make it work. And that's where I think once you get past...
That's the whole it's a lifestyle thing, right?
We have to live the lifestyle because it'll pay you back.
Yeah.
Like that's how it works, right? You can't just... A lot of people will do the first 12 months and like get the gains that you would get no matter what.
Yeah.
And then I think the people who don't make the progress but like the pursuit, it's because they don't live the lifestyle. And then the other people who fall off are the ones that don't adopt it to get the result.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that are driven by results?
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that are driven by habit.
Yes.
You know, and this person's one of those. Is like, I'll just show up and do anything regardless of whether I'm meeting the requirements outside the gym.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's not good enough for us.
Yeah.
And he was like, I agree. But they're the types of people, right?
Yeah.
And then you get the ones that, like myself, and even then, like I spent a long time dedicating myself to the life of it. Mm-hmm. And I think I made a good amount of progress for what I had available to me.
Yeah.
But that was because I would prioritize food, training, meal spacing, almost above everything else.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we'd be out and I'd be like to Steph, I've got to eat.
Yeah.
And it's not I would like to eat.
Yeah.
It's like I have to.
It's such a weird... I remember like early days, I came home one day and like was not that long after I'd given my key to Amy, like to the house.
Yeah.
I came home and she was making dinner and I was just like, I don't know how I feel about this. Because I'm like, did you track that? And like she'd had a little bit of exposure to like tracking and stuff before. And within 2 weeks, not even, within a week, it was like every meal that got put down hit my macros. It was just like, it's such a weird, for most people, such a weird behavior.
Yeah.
That you would be like, this has to look like this.
Yeah.
And we're going to choose where we don't just go to High Point and grab. It's like...
Yeah, I'm like, I need to eat
Rolled
here.
has noodles, chicken.
Yeah. Open burrito bowl with extra chicken.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, it's
almost you forget how much you lay that in.
Yeah, I watch people... We watch friends of ours eat and they make these really nice dinners, but they're all like... They look nice and they might taste good, but then I look at it. I look at that and I'm like, there's no protein.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, I wouldn't eat that.
Yeah, we're going to have for dinner tonight and I'll probably have like either one of my meals or a shake before we go.
Yeah, I always shake. If I can't control the meal, I'll have the shake before I go. Because you'd rather have too much than not enough, right?
Yeah.
Having not enough protein causes more problems than having too much.
Agreed.
Way more. Yeah.
So I think like I've probably lived like on the fringe. It's like every single time I eat, I prioritize protein.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah.
But the meal timing, the overall, like, I think the step I've taken now more out of, it's interesting, like a little bit of it is definitely, I looked in the mirror and I was like, ugh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But also just like mental, like, I can't get away with it like I did.
Yeah.
Because my sleep's not perfect. My day's not perfect. Like everything's different. So it's like, well, I have to optimize over here now.
Yeah.
To get back to the same level that I was operationally.
Yeah, you can still control the diet where some of the things now, the rope's been taken away.
Yeah, so it's like it didn't matter if I only had 1 serve of fruit and 2 serves of vegetables a day. It's like I got away with it because everything else was perfect. Yeah. Steps, light exposure, sleep-wake time, all of that shit. Now it's like, well, they're all not as perfect. So it's fucking, I'm having fruit 3 times a day because it's berries.
Yeah.
And then vegetables 3 times a day, which is unheard of.
Yeah.
And yesterday, I was talking to a friend of mine. I was like, I feel like myself today for the first time in ages. And that's after 4 days. It's just like, okay, there's a different... Like, and with this client, it's like, you've got to understand there's still dials.
Yeah.
Of where you actually need to be to, whether it's get through a plateau or... overcome something, there's levels of the lifestyle, quote unquote, too.
Yeah. And there's like always perfect practice, but very rarely does perfect practice play out in the field.
Agreed.
So even for us to sit here and go, yep, well, you should be having 450 grams of veg or plants a day and 300 grams of fruit.
Yeah.
And then your protein and having some whole grains and maybe some starches and this and that. Like, that'd be amazing for someone to sit there and prepare all these balanced meals and hit all these requirements. But you've got to factor in, this particular person's doing 50 sessions in the gym a week.
Yeah.
One of my clients is a nurse that literally does like 14-hour days for a week.
Yeah.
And then gets a week off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, guess what? That ain't happening. I'm like, eat a big protein breakfast, eat a big protein dinner.
Yeah.
If you can have a protein bar or some fruit and stuff throughout the day to just slam it in.
Yeah. And
then the week off, it's like, let's meal prep and optimize and that. So it's about finding what works best, but not being so strict with those rules to the point where you're like, oh, should I have another smoothie today? Should I have if I need to have another shake and I couldn't eat, I'm doing
just
it.
do it. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Because it's better than not eating, especially when you're trying to,
if that's the outcome for sure.
If you're trying to maintain your muscle, because that's what I was trying to kind of say to this particular person, like, it's after a certain amount of muscle, it's counterproductive to the system to have more.
Yeah.
So by design,
of course,
your body doesn't want too much muscle.
Yeah.
Because it's inefficient to, keep it.
Yeah.
So I was like, we now need to operate in a way that gives our body the resources to maintain that muscle.
Yeah.
Because what do you think is going to be the first thing that goes?
Yeah.
It's like, let's get rid of all this energetically costly, hard shit that weighs us down and makes our heart and lungs beat far more. It's hard to locomote and all this stuff. It's not going to be, let's take this off the thighs and the
fat tissue.
Yeah, and below the fat around the subscap.
Yeah,
it's going to be your muscle tissue.
Yeah, and it's optimized into environment. Like I said, I got my birthday dinner tonight. I think my flight's at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah.
So like it's basically the game of how much protein can I get in at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
To then get to the airport. Then powerlifting meet all day.
Yeah, thankfully, it's gonna be a tough day.
Thankfully, one of my clients she's driving me around for the day. She's like, "Oh, I'll bring you food, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "Okay, just make me like 4 chicken wraps."
Yeah, perfect.
I'll just eat the same thing all day. I don't care. She's like, "Oh, I can bring a meal." Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all I was gonna do was pack the same wrap and eat it 4 times.
Yeah,
and just
simple.
Stop
easy.
At a service station.
Agreed.
Probably get like a Rockaby or maybe an Up and Go if I want to push a little bit more carbs.
Yeah.
And then get home and eat more protein, go to bed. Like you just have to.
Yeah.
How can I?
Yeah, you got the rules that govern the decisions.
Yeah.
And then the decisions, there's lots of them, and for you in that particular situation, have to decide how to make those rules work. Mm-hmm. That's how I explained it to.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, it's like these serves of protein in a bolus dose.
Yeah,
every 3 to 4 hours if you can.
Yeah,
and hit your calories.
Yeah, and it's like I'll just survive on caffeine for the day. And it's like nothing about that is optimized, but the protein means I'm not going to lose any muscle. And I'm going to recover from my training and whatever. Yeah. And then I can deal with the sleep deprivation and the micronutrient shortage and stuff the next day.
Yeah, that's right.
Everything else all week's perfect, so it's fine.
Yeah, I would argue the protein, not getting the protein in has a bigger short-term effect than not getting enough macros in.
100%.
Like even just anecdotally.
I can speak to that for...
Well, in this, we're talking like, if your main objective is obviously health and vitality and well-being and shit, it's not. Mm-hmm. But if you're trying to be bigger, stronger, recovering from the gym and your sessions and stuff, like... Yeah.
It's interesting. It's hard because I did both, right? I increased micronutrients and protein at the same time.
Well, that's going to serve.
But I feel so much better.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
Yeah, I don't really venture. Like if I'm having to pivot, I'm not always looking for what's the most micronutrient dense thing to get in the day. I'm like, I need to get the protein first. Yeah, first.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
And then you're kind of just hoping you're dotting the I's and crossing the T's. Like, you do that every day, it's going to hurt you, right? I get it. Like, so I know there's people screaming at their phones and shit, like, you're an idiot. I'm talking acutely. And then you got to think, like, if that behavior manifests over time, because, like, falling 20 to 50 grams short of your protein is a problem.
Yeah.
For your goals.
Yeah.
You know, when it is bodybuilding.
Yeah.
So you need to find a solution to that.
Yeah. I think I've lived in a surplus for so long too that
you can rely on the trace amounts.
Like 1.8 to 2 has been fine.
Agreed.
Because I was just eating so much food, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
And now it's like eating.
It's got to come from first class sources. Yeah.
170 is not enough, bro. Like you have to.
Yeah.
Have to push, and then it's all the other training's not perfect, sleep's not perfect. All the other factors is like, you have to build a safety net here.
Absolutely.
To kind of preserve all of that hard earned over time.
Yeah. I feel the same. It's like you kind of, because every food has an amount of protein. Like, given it doesn't have that complete amino acid profile, but if you're eating the meats,
if you're on 4,500 calories though, you get 100 grams of protein from fucking rice.
Yeah. And you're eating meat sources throughout the day, so you get enough of aminos and stuff to do the thing.
Yeah.
But when you drop the calories back, you're like, fuck. Like, eggs, meat, fish.
Yeah. I wish I could eat eggs.
Dairy. Yeah, I'm gonna bring the eggs back in.
I got about 2 days, and then I'm like gag eating them.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably bring the egg whites in.
Yeah.
Like egg white eggs combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind putting some egg through my chicken. I think I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
But to just like to have scrambled eggs for breakfast every day is like... Ugh.
One thing I do is I can make like an egg white. It's like an omelette, but I'll like fold it over and it's just egg white.
Yeah.
And then I'll make like a mince patty.
Yeah.
And then I'll, cook it either side. And then I'll put the egg on top of it.
Yeah.
And then I'll put it in a wrap. With like a little bit of barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a really calorie conscious like sausage and egg wrap.
Yeah.
Just doesn't have the fat in it.
Yeah.
That goes all right.
I'd enjoy that twice.
Yeah.
I think. Like if I had that on the weekend, I'd be like, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
if I had it every day, I'd be like...
I could eat that every day.
Yeah.
But it's for me, sometimes the macros supersede the flavor for me.
Yeah.
When
100%.
I have an objective.
Yeah.
So like for me now, like... I don't care if it doesn't taste good.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I like it. Every now and then I need something that tastes nice.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I'm like, I don't care if this tastes good or not.
Yeah.
I'm just going to eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my setup at the moment will only get hard when, like, it's the cereal and the pasta at the moment they're like my main.
Yeah.
It's like berries and 50 grams of rice. Fuck all.
You go high protein on the pasta. So I've never eaten it before.
Yeah, it's not as good, but
yeah,
like
I could do it because of what it's doing.
Yeah. But like 200, it's interesting. It's weird, like when it's myself and I haven't done it for a long time. Obviously, I program it for clients and stuff all the time, but I don't like think about it as much. It's like looking at 2,400 calories.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's a lot for a deficit for me if the goal's fat loss. But then I'm like, it's 200. It's 1,000 calories of protein. So like the actual carb intake's so low that I'm like, I am in a deficit. It just is a lot of food. Which, like, every female that comes to you ever is like, it's too much food. It's like, it's a lot of food. It's not a lot of calories.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not having that problem.
Well,
I've swapped like...
You were eating 14 fucking...
Yeah. I've swapped my bowls as well. So I have big bowls and small ones.
Yeah,
So now I've swapped all my food to the small bowl.
Yeah.
So it looks
fuller.
big, but I'm like...
I know.
It's finished in like 3 minutes. I'm like, fuck. The meal's over already.
Yeah. I did enjoy my double meal last night, I'm not going to lie. I felt gluttonous. It was delicious.
Yeah. I love sitting on a big bowl of food.
Yeah.
Like just slowly. Like it's that big that you can't eat it quick.
Yeah.
I love that.
I also think that the frequency of Maxi Bonds had detracted from my enjoyment.
Yeah.
Being able to have one every day, it wasn't as special.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. I was happy just to eat it while I was watching TV, not just be like, this is the best thing. Pause the show. Yeah. I'm going to eat my Maxi Bond.
I feel like that has its own problems, though.
Enjoying it that much?
Yeah.
Hey, so weird thing, right?
Yeah.
So I never do We're not getting to any of your topics today, by the way.
Nah, fuck.
We've hijacked it.
I don't care. We can talk about them another time, so it's good. Quick break in the episode, guys. If you're looking for more information on how you can look, feel, and perform better, head over to our website, take advantage of all of the content that we have there, even the YouTube channels, plenty of videos and stuff on there. Also, rotating free resources that you guys can access completely free. Okay, let's get back to the episode.
So I always do the functional stance row.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
So functional stance row, for those that are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Just means like you open your, create a tripod with your legs and your outside leg is pointing 90 degrees.
Yeah, the hips open. Yeah.
And then you're rowing in under your center of mass basically with on the leg that's out.
Yeah. And there's like a little bit of a rotational
allow
demand.
A little bit more.
There's a little bit of a rotational demand and an anti-rotational demand if you want to.
Correct. Which is very useful for powerlifters who don't ever fucking do that.
Yeah. So that maintains joint function.
Yes.
Through movement.
It does.
A la my definition of function.
Yes.
Function.
Yeah.
Function. Function. There you go, Ben. I just created a definition.
Slide. Put it in the slide. So this program has the isolation variety, which is same leg forwards, same arm forwards. I've been struggling with the setup a little bit to 4th week now, and I got it yesterday, and I was able to actually like load it. Still not, because it's still high rep. I'm still feel like I'm the weakest bitch in the fucking gym. Because everything I'm doing is so pathetic.
Bitch on the face of the earth.
Yeah, I hate it. I fucking hate it. It's progressing every single week, and I'm still like, you're a fucking
this is not heavy
weak
enough.
dog.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, I think I rode 32s this week. I'm like, these should be fucking 50s. Like, what are you doing, you peasant? Anyway, my obliques today and my lower abdominals are very sore.
Yeah, it still creates a demand for stability.
Yeah. So
it's just there's less rotation.
I found
there's less rotational demand and more, I think it's, no, there's not. Because that's why your obliques and your abs are sore.
Yeah.
I think you're less likely to rotate because your hips closed.
Yeah.
But there's still an anti.
You still have to create the tension.
There's still an anti-rotational demand.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's also being outside the center of mass, the internal stability required is greater.
Oh, yeah.
So when we look at function versus isolation, like we get that rotation, it's more about like the shoulder can reach, it can retract.
Yeah.
The torso kind of moves, and it all moves as we call it intermuscular coordination. So there's lots of things working together, which is a more functional, for my definition, walking, breathing, throwing.
Funkin'.
Versus with this leading...
feet for free. No.
I got in trouble for not wearing shoes last week.
Yeah.
Someone said, why don't I have shoes on? I was like, because it's fucking 40 degrees.
We're in a lounge room.
Yeah.
We can do whatever the fuck we want.
That's fucking...
Close your eyes.
Leave me alone. And just subscribe to my Feet Finder account.
Yeah, you're asking because you secretly like it.
Yeah. You paid attention. I know you did. I know I need to cut my toenails, though. Sorry.
Oh, there you go. I'll give you a little...
Just a little sneak. But yeah, so then having the load outside the center of mass, as much as there's less intermuscular coordination going on because you're not moving as a system, the goal is to be more lat biased. Yeah. The internal stability that you have to create arguably is higher than the functional one. So I found that very interesting.
Yeah. And when, like I kind of mentioned in the workshop, like working the other way as well. So like you're working from the functional row to the isolation row. And I was saying you can work the other way too, because what you can also think about is if I close the hip, I'm less likely to do this.
Yeah.
So it becomes more isolated because you're restricting movement.
Correct.
So you're restricting the system's ability to work together.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, well, this is all just shoulder and elbow.
Yeah.
Which is going to work really nicely for the lat in that position because leverage is complementing, that muscle.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be the same. Like if you're always doing the ISO row and then went into a functional row, you'd be like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely probably need to...
I think it'd be like serratus and maybe like upper abs more than like, bottom abs, low oblique, kind of it'd just be a different stimulus.
Yeah. Yeah. And I reckon I'll probably need to put them back in because I'm getting a bit restricted.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing really anything that's getting rotation at all.
Yeah.
So I'll probably got to do a meso with those in there. Or like a single arm. You don't necessarily have to do it on a dumbbell row. Like I've done it on a cable. And
of course, yeah.
I split kneeling as well. Like, how we're doing those lat ones. Yeah. Like if you don't tuck and lean and sit up and you get that stance that's complementary to walking, throwing and breathing or whatever.
You know how you do the 10 exercises you would pick? Yeah. I think a heavily a single arm seated cable row with rotation and protraction retraction would go in as like this will keep me moving as a human for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Like it's like my favorite.
Yeah.
If I like let my hand go, like pronate, reach, retract, supinate, I'm like, my body after that feels awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. That's even like a fantastic warm up, which is what we were supposed to talk about in this podcast, of course, hijacked.
Next week.
But yeah, like you could put that in instead of like a warm up, like do this stretch and do this thing, and you could just put that in.
Agreed.
So you're doing an upper body session. It's like, cool, go split kneeling. Yeah. Make sure you get, whatever arms forward, that legs back.
Down, yep.
Yeah, down and back.
Yep.
And then, get full rotation, reach, retraction. You're getting, there's a lot of things happening in that system at that time.
Hip extension, protraction, retraction of the scap, thoracic rotation. It's all the things that we don't do.
Yeah. And then you could then go to a cable and do, like protraction.
Yeah.
And you could, get some elevation and depression depending on the angle.
Yeah, I was thinking either you could do that into either a landmine press or like just the foam roller overhead.
Oh, absolutely. Perfect.
It's a pretty nice little combo.
Yeah.
There's heaps of those little things.
Do like 2 sets of 10 for each of those, and then it's like go into your workout.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's been interesting. But I am starting to lift slightly more loads for 15 reps.
Yeah.
That it starts to feel like I'm training from about rep 8 instead of rep 12.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh, what are you going to do next?
What do you mean?
As in, what program are you going to do next? Because you've got to, I reckon...
I don't know.
Because you got this one's movement, this one's pattern based. And if you're in a deficit, like you kind of want to do something that's like maybe heavier and lower volume.
Yeah. Because I'm only doing the 4 days, I don't think volume is too much of an issue.
Yeah.
But
for some reason I thought you'd.
I think I'll get like 12, 16 weeks out of this.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm honest.
Yeah.
And it like at the moment it's linear, double progression, linear every week, every exercise. Yeah. So it's like
you're not there
just
yet.
learning.
You're not there yet. Yeah.
I got a couple of clients that had just started the tension one. I was like having a like, ooh, this is like the next sequence in our programming. Like, is that
one's real good if you've come off a hard push or if you're new.
Yeah, and it's like I don't think I require
you don't need that.
The skill.
No, you know what you might be better off doing? Because the one thing I'll probably need to do is create one that has a couple of different things in it. So you might be better off. I haven't fucking looked at that workout in ages. So if you had a heavy lifting component and then a tension component.
Well, it is. It's a 6 rep first exercise.
Well, past Jason knows what's going on there.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then that's perfect.
Yeah, it's a heavy 6 and then you go into the 21s and stuff.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that works out. That works really well.
Yeah.
That's a good program.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The leg day is nasty.
I had a good read through it.
The leg day is nasty.
Yeah.
But it's good. It serves its purpose.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is important.
Katie's doing it right now and I know she listens. She messaged me this morning. She's just done a strength peak.
Yeah.
And gone straight into that.
So that is the perfect transition. That is literally what it's for.
See, Katie? I know stuff.
Yeah. All my competitors get that too. It's like you've done contest prep, you're banged up, your movements, get a little bit out of whack.
Yeah.
It's really nice to just reduce the load, take the tension off the joints.
Yeah.
And also move slow and fast.
Yeah. So I have a recovery block that I usually use post this kind of thing. Got a little bit of cardio in it. Some lots of like half kneeling, reachy, overhead sort of
more
stuff.
Dynamic stuff.
That I would normally give, but her goals of changing to like body composition.
Yeah, so that's another perfect transition. Yeah, you don't have to play the same card every time.
Correct.
It's like this is how we would play this card moving this way.
Yeah. Yeah, she messaged me yesterday. She's like, "Oh, I really like the dumbbell pullovers," and I was like, "Mate, I was like this close to taking them out because my shoulders fucking hate them, but I left it in there, so I'm glad I did."
Yeah. Dumbbell pullovers are great.
Yeah, if you can get them to work.
Yeah. So when you're in a position to make them work, they're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't think people get enough loaded positions like up in the head like this.
Yeah.
Like, because it's always stacked from the top down.
Yeah.
It's never kind of forward.
Yeah.
You know, whenever like frontal plane.
Yeah. It'd be nice to have like a pullover style machine.
Yeah. That's
so
the
like
one
the
thing,
cable pullover's nice.
Yeah. The Nautilus one's real
enough.
good. Yeah. They like gyms don't like it. That's like a relic now.
Yeah.
Like a pullover machine.
Yeah. Remember the one we had it with the elbows in? Yeah. That was sick.
That was great, that machine.
Yeah.
Because it had the little bar over the top as well.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been nicer if the pads were a bit thicker, but I feel like we could have,
messed with it.
MacGyvered it. Yeah.
Of course you could.
Like, the yoga blocks, I would have put a yoga block on each side.
Yeah.
MacGyvered the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's great. Even just eccentrically, just opening up. Like, even just trying to breathe.
It's just so good for people to be in that position.
Extend and, shoulder flexion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good position. Well, yeah, that's a good program.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I'll be on this one for a while. There's only a couple of things I changed. I think it had like a very joint orientated at the moment, like just joint friendly. Yeah. So especially when I started my forearms, man, from just like holding LJ all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I couldn't even do a bicep curl.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It was excruciating.
Yeah.
It's better now, but I was like, the first exercise can't be a heavy dumbbell or I'm going to cry.
Up. Yeah.
Yeah. And we've got, I can't remember the brand. It's a good brand. Like a converging chest press.
Nice.
Delightful.
Matrix one, I think it looks like.
No, it's the other one.
Yeah, whatever. Techno Gym?
No.
Whatever.
Yeah, anyway.
It's not Nautilus. It's not good.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. We Platinum's actually got some really good kit now.
Yeah.
I took a picture of like 4 back machines in a row, and I'm like, these are the only 4 back machines you need in the gym. It was like chest supported, T-bar row.
Yep.
Isolateral pull down.
Yep.
The chest supported low row.
Yep.
And they just got the chest supported.
Is that the hammer strength one?
Yeah, the one that goes on the angle, like the low row. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
And then they've got a chest supported row with the overhand and neutral grip, like the horizontal one.
Yeah.
So that's new.
Yep.
I was like, what are tell me a back movement that you need.
Yeah.
Like, outside of like the lat pull down and stuff, you do not need anything else.
I'm trying to, the gym, we've got I think it's an old Techno plate loaded chest supported row. And I'm trying to just do a bit more overhand work because I always just like neutral to the lats because I'm strong there. So when I program for myself, I'm like, I like that.
Yeah.
So I changed. I can't remember what it was in the program, but I changed it to an overhand machine. And the plate loaded one overhand just doesn't quite. I don't love it single arm because I don't find I have the stability, and it's like sweepy. Your elbows end up.
Yeah, some of them are hit and miss.
Yeah, whereas the plate loaded ones, as long as you don't, as soon as you go too far, too much depth, you're fucking
winged,
and it's trash. But yeah, like it feels pretty nice.
Just knowing where the best tension is in that range of motion for that exercise.
Yeah. Just accept that you're probably not getting super short.
Yeah, that's it.
Which is okay.
Yeah, I think like my program's like 70 sets.
Yep.
So it's like 15 sets a workout, I think.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah, it might be similar. It's 8.
Because I do 5 training sessions, so it's 65. Yeah, it's about 15 sets a session. There's a little bit.
8 and then another 12. Yeah, so 17.
Yeah. I've done, I've actually opted for a different split this time. So I've gone posterior, because I don't want to do 2 leg days.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to, because I feel like I just get the legs done.
Yeah.
But I need 1.5 sessions to do it, because 1 session's too long.
Yeah.
Because it's like I need to do, adduction, abduction.
Yeah.
Knee flexion, extension, hip flexion, extension movement, and then also like a lower body push.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot to do in one workout and do it effectively.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I do a posterior day.
Yep.
So calves and hinge.
Yep.
Then back.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do push, legs.
Yep.
But the legs, there's no hinging.
Yep.
Has already done it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do... What do I do? Then push, pull again.
Yeah. I like it.
Completed it, mate. It's good.
Clocked it.
Yeah, absolutely.
No bro splits.
Oh. Yeah, but like it makes sense for me in my cut to, because I get each muscle group twice a week.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. If
then I
I
just
had
bring
an
the
extra
volume
day, I'd like to kind of put in there's just a few little things. I'm like calves, and I'd like to hit shoulders twice a week and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But
Yeah. The only thing I don't hit twice
Not
a week is my
available right
quads.
Yeah.
But I don't really need to. I probably hit my adductors twice a week, but not my quads.
yeah,
Or my glutes.
yeah, I'm very just trying to annihilate my quads at the moment.
Why? Were you self-conscious again?
Not self-conscious, just very self-aware. I don't know if it's the same
There's been
thing.
a couple of quad comments over the last couple of weeks. I'm like,
Yeah.
you okay?
No, my quads are small. I don't like it. They've always
There's
been
like
small.
a- there's
But
like
they've
a
always
fine
been small,
line.
but I could squat heavy.
Yeah, so it was okay.
But it's like now I'm
Is
not
it-
squat heavy, so it's like
Yeah.
I want quads.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have Bulgarians, leg press, and leg extensions.
Mm.
So my Bulgarians are like, how far can I how much knee flexion can I create?
Yeah.
Same on the leg press. The leg press, it's okay. I think I've found it now. I was trying to go too narrow to create
Yeah.
the knee flexion,
Mm.
and I've sort of just gone a little bit wider and turned my feet out more so I can actually get better range, which has created more knee flexion anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm actually feeling more quad than just
Yeah.
my overdeveloped adductors.
Our leg press is trash. Can't use it. Just
Yeah.
hurts.
I just want a big, heavy 45-degree
Yeah, yeah.
leg press.
Our one's
and
heavy,
don't
but
have
it just fucking, it's just harsh on you.
okay.
It just hurts.
Yeah.
The hips and the knees. Like because I've used good ones.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
get back to that one. I
Accept
just want
it, yeah.
ones where all you do. The one at when we trained at World Gym in the Gold Coast, in Brisbane. Can't remember what it was. I think it was like an Arsenal strength one.
Yeah.
But I think the plate runs on rollers.
Yeah. Makes such a
Oh
difference.
man, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just like felt all quad,
Yeah.
and that's what I want, especially now that I'm older. Like, don't have
Leave my
don't
joints
pull up,
alone.
Yeah, don't pull up the way I used to.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I just have leg curls and 45s
Yeah,
for glutes and hams. Like
Yeah.
They respond a lot to not much.
yeah. Well, hopefully that works out for you.
Yeah. So far, so good. I'm enjoying training, which is the main thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's important. I'm 6 days hot cross bun free.
Whoa. You okay?
No, you know what? I don't actually care.
Haven't missed them.
No, because like when I flip the switch,
Yeah. It's
the switch is flipped.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, you're gonna be alright,"
Mentality
you know.
just change.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just different. It's just yeah.
Yeah.
There's just no point in not flipping the switch.
Being upset about it, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you chose to do it.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think I was just like enjoying. I think part of the reason why I ate so many was so easy.
Yeah.
It's like this is 30 grams of carbs right here.
Yeah, done.
Down
Yeah.
hatch. Yeah. I'm liking the less food though. My digestion feels so good.
Yeah.
I just feel better. You know, you just feel lighter. I think it's important like just to flip flop a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, we talk about pushing discomfort. Like it is important. You got to be really hungry. Like last night, Steph she was bringing dinner home, and I was hungry, and I was like, "Fuck, I really should eat." And then I was like, "Stay hungry, bro.
Yeah.
Let's get used to this feeling for a bit."
Yep.
And then just sat on the couch hungry.
Are you more productive when you're hungry working?
I don't know. I haven't been hungry enough
Yeah.
to know.
I always do it by accident because I over caffeinate and then I get in a fixation zone and like
Oh yeah,
I'm doing the thing so much that I don't eat.
yeah.
And then I'm like, oh fuck,
That's a byproduct
I'm so hungry.
of yeah.
And I heard, don't shoot me. I heard Tate say it. He's like, oh, I like to be hungry all day, and I was like, that's interesting because I've always top loaded my calories late because I get sleepy late during the day. So it's interesting just like because I had that yesterday. Like I had a project that I wanted to finish, but I was also really hungry.
Yeah.
And I was like, finish it first.
Yeah.
Stay in this and finish it first.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then you get the drop off of like mentally you just start making mistakes and shit because you need to eat.
Yeah. And you don't want to miss the meal frequency too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was just like, it's kind of I should get used to this hunger because I wasn't expecting to be hungry this week.
Yeah.
Because bro, you got enough energy. Like you'd be okay.
I find I reckon the first week's the hardest.
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Yeah. Usually that drop is the most extreme.
I think I'm pretty metabolically flexible.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I can go a long time without food and still be a nice person. Relatively nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's important because
Yeah.
that, like, I think that's the biggest adaptation that you need to get when you go from like hyper calorie state to hypo.
Yeah.
Is like your body just getting efficient at doing that. It's like the most people who feel shit at the start is like that adaptation hasn't kind of, developed.
So I know we don't want to set like unrealistic expectations based on what you're doing, but how aggressive is your deficit? Like,
Nah, not much. I was talking to Dee the other day. Like it's 2,600.
Okay.
So 100 kilos. It's like 26 calories a kilo.
Yeah.
So I could go down to 20.
Yep.
No problems.
Yep.
And I probably have to end up
at some point.
Yeah, well, I always end up there.
Mm-hmm.
So you always end up where you end up, no matter how big you are.
Yeah, yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Unless you move more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing, like, I have to lean more on dieting than I do on movement because it's just, I don't have the
Work
same.
from home things.
Well, yeah, I don't have the same time to do it.
Yeah.
So I'd rather starve myself
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
walk for 4 hours a
You're
day.
still going to get a walking pad?
I am just being a tight ass.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like another 350. Oh, just fucking money going out left, right, and center at the moment. So
Ash came on the Q&A yesterday. She's like, "Are you walking?"
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. I also have a spin bike near the TV, which I know I can do.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like I'm not working all day.
Yeah.
Just doing good work.
Yeah, I get it.
So even yesterday, I was like, Rick played at Bay Hill.
Yep.
So I was like, fuck, I'll just put it on.
I haven't watched that yet.
So it was an hour, and I did half of it on the bike.
There's so much TV for someone who's not home on weekend. Upsets me.
Yeah. Yeah, I can make it work. I just got to put it in. So
Yeah.
So I got to do an hour of activity a day, whatever that is. Walking, bike.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. It's easier for me to work off hours because the watch is not, I'm not stepping on the bike.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Of course.
So I can't
it's time.
I can't do steps.
Yeah.
So I have to do an hour. So I do an hour of walking or an hour of bike ride.
All combined. Yeah.
Or which is what I did yesterday. Did half an hour at gym because I didn't have time to do a full hour, and then I did half an hour on the bike home. So just if I do an hour, I can progress that to an hour and 5, hour 10, hour and a half, whatever, if I need to.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
yeah, I can rely on steps thankfully because I don't.
Yeah, because you walk on the. Yeah, so that's but it's progressive. It's easy to do. So we'll see what happens.
So nothing too crazy yet.
Nah. Well, it's like going from 4,000 to 26 is still big.
Yeah, it's fucking a lot.
Yeah, but I'm doing all right.
Yeah. Got to give a shout out
me in a week or
of luck to the girls tomorrow. So I'm not flying just for the fuck of it. Going to a competition.
Yeah.
So I have 3 tomorrow.
Nice.
Emily is second meet for her. First one with me.
Mm-hmm.
Casey Jr. did lift off that Sydney trip.
Yep.
First time. Lifts look insanely better.
Good.
You know how it's just like we could sit here and queue this forever, but you just need a good off season. Yeah. You just need to go and do a block of understanding your body, and she's still she's in the junior class. She's still young, still figuring out how she moves, and she's lost something. I think she's lost like 12 centimeters off her waist or something.
Yeah, nice.
So everything is just different. Trying to find how it all works. So yeah, excited to see that one. And Jay, who came specifically for powerlifting, who's competed before and is very strong. Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting the total. I think she'll deadlift 150-ish.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So it's cool. I'm excited.
Good luck for the girls in the future.
That it's now the past.
It's now the past,
Yeah. And special shout out to Mads because she's picking me up from the airport and driving me back. She's not even competing. So
you're
the best.
You're the goat. Good job, Mads. Got to take care of Ben.
Saving me hundreds on Ubers.
Yeah.
Because Sydney Airport hire cars.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Not yet.
No.
I still don't know where I've got to go to get picked up though.
Just got to go to the public. The public. I don't know what it's called.
Not where you went.
No, that's for the fucking privileged. It's for the privileged people. You got to walk to where the plebs go.
Yeah.
It's even further down.
Yeah.
So just when you get out of the terminal, go right as far as you can go.
Okay. All right. The sleep guide's up too, if anyone wants that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Where do they find it?
Yesterday.
Where do they find it?
STCfit.com.
Yeah.
Or my link in bio.
Yeah.
Is it in Fit's link in bio as well? Any of the link in
All
bios.
of them. Link in bio. That's it.
Yeah, we finally took down the festive season guide. The festive season's over.
Yeah, and the muscle building cheat sheet should be gone too soon because I'm gonna let you have the limelight for a bit.
Nah, put them both up. It's all right.
You can sleep and get fucking huge.
Exactly. Sleep so you can get huge.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. Well, check them out on the website. I think that's it. We'll leave it there.
Sounds good.
Hit the subscribe button. Thanks for supporting the mission. Like, share, and comment. And we'll see you next time.